This is Kevin Conroy, the voice of Batman, and you're listening to Three Black Geeks. I'm the honorary brother.
Perfect.
Noxx.
I hate to open up Anime Month with this announcement, but I have to. Somebody very, very special to Three Black Geeks passed away. That was Deadly Diva. And if you know who Diva is, you know everything about her. If you don't and you're a fan of the show, she was on our first three Sailor Moon podcasts, and she was also on the Hellsing podcast. Yeah, we loved her to death. She was so down to earth, so funny. Me and her almost had the same mind when it came to how we do this shit when it comes to podcasting. We were good friends. She used to always go at me for, liking that trash anime called Dragon Ball. I would go back on her and say at least, I don't know, something. That little girl off of Fullmetal Alchemist and that dog. I think I said something like that. But that really much was our relationship, going back and forth on social media, making fun of each other, saying little shits here and there. Our last Sailor Moon episode we did was Sailor Moon Super Sailor Moon or Super Moon, S whatever. Sailor Moon S. And I told Diva that I wanted her on there, and she was like, of course. And I didn't hear from her for a while. And she was like, she was hospitalized. And I joke about it. And she was like, no, I was in the hospital, for cancer. And I'm like, oh my God. And, and I basically told her, it's, we love you. Fight it. Get well. Do whatever you have to. And about a month or so ago, I was like, we're doing Sailor Moon again. I don't know if you can be on it, but if you can, she was like, absolutely. Yeah, so and it was yesterday, right when I was organizing everything for us to do Sailor Moon this month. This is actually, one of these things that just happens. I thought about her. And I was like, you know what? I haven't heard from her in about a month. God bless her. I said a little prayer for her and all that. And fucking minutes later, Chris called me and told me the bad news. Fucking hurt. And but it's okay. It's okay. Cause she was just a straight up fucking angel, and I don't care what anybody says. You cannot be a person that fucking bright and just like no, we loved her, man. Three Black Geeks, we loved her. She made us better. I always have this thing. Anybody you meet, you should learn from them. Anybody you talk to, you should learn from them. Even if it's something minor, it's like not to pick your nose. You should learn from everybody you know. And with her, I got over my little phobia of talking to women. Amazing. I know the guy with 3 kids and loud and all that shit don't like talking to women. I don't like talking to women because I don't like offending, and my wife says I flirt with every woman I talk to. So I have a trouble talking to women. I got over that just talking to her. DJ Sue saw somebody he can just really not just flirt with, but really, I fucks with her. I like her. She's awesome. Same thing for CJ. So, we had several plans. We were going to do Berserk. Yeah, I'll say, you want to do Berserk, Outlaw Boss and Three Black Geeks. She's like, yeah, we got to set that up one day. This, all the other shit. I remember we had a viewing party for it on Twitter, and it was one of the best times I ever had, having a viewing party, just being there representing Three Black Geeks, just saying all this ratchet, wild shit, and just, I love the way Diva reacted to everything I do, because only she can have that type of, her response, I can hear it, you know what I mean? But I'm taking up too much time. Diva, Three Black Geeks will miss you. We absolutely love you, and there's no way we're going to forget about you. With that news being said, there will be no Sailor Moon this month. We were planning for it and all that, but it's not happening. So we're going to change it up a little bit. We probably will give an announcement on the website itself. On our various social media and all the rest of that. But we're coming back to Sailor Moon later, but not this month. It's not even so much out of respect to her. No, it's more so that with Sailor Moon, at least for Three Black Geeks, we associate that with her. And it's still, in the wound, is still kind of fresh for us. So, yeah, we're going to wait, and we're going to come back to it most definitely. But for right now, welcome to Anime Month, people. So, alright, I'm done being sad for right now, so, I gotta feel better. I don't know. Give me that One Wing Angel opening. Let's go with that.
2005, Square Enix actively avoids trying to re-release a game that the general public has been asking for since 1997. But no, I'm going to take it back and be fair. You know how Square Enix could have avoided all this Final Fantasy VII hysteria had they not shown up to E3 and displayed that beautiful tech demo called the Final Fantasy VII tech demo for the PlayStation 3. Had they not shown that, I don't think anybody would really have been asking for a remake of Final Fantasy VII.
Come on now.
Well, just put that in your head and just roll that around and think about that for a minute.
Let marinate.
Now, something else I gotta add to this. This movie is just one of Square's attempts to avoid making a game. Let me rephrase. This is another one of their attempts of giving people what they want by not giving them what they want.
Come on now.
Here's the ironic part about this. I feel Dirge Cerebus.
Oh God.
I'm gonna get to that.
I feel no. What I'm saying is, I feel Dirge Cerebus hurt the franchise more than what we think Advent Children did.
Oh, you think Sir? Oh, okay. All right. So
I don't know.
No, you think Dirge Servers did
I
it?
don't
No.
know about
No. Before both of y'all even chime in on this, all of it did.
No. See, here's the thing. We talk about fan service.
And I will
Look. I love having children just because it's the fan service jerk off fun that you ever
Really?
get. Just on the basis.
It's a guilty pleasure.
Oh, it's
I
a
gotta
guilty
admit,
pleasure.
It's one of my guilty pleasure
it's
movies.
fan servicey as hell. You're only watching look. The plot is just basically when the fuck are we getting Sephiroth? At that point, from the start of this movie, you're like, when we getting Sephiroth? I don't fucking care about these three guys. When we getting Sephiroth?
You guys are
That's-
worse than Star Wars fans.
No. See,
Star Wars fans. Lightsaber. Fucking lightsaber.
It is
Let me
not
point-
my fault that
hold on.
Advent Children basically just told you you're getting Sephiroth's Cloud version
That was
3.0.
fun. That was
okay.
actually fun.
Let me point.
This
Now,
is
hold on.
bad.
I have to point out something else too. See, it's not, and it goes beyond just this movie. In 1 year, in 1 freaking year, we got all of this Final Fantasy VII stuff thrown at us. We got Advent Children. Advent Children Complete came out like a couple of years later, or whatever. But whatever.
Advent Children.
Yeah.
It was
But whatever.
basically-
It's the same movie.
it was-
It's
yeah.
the same movie.
Yeah.
We got this movie.
I was
We
gonna say
got-
pretty much Complete was pretty much the director's cut.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
the
their original
director's-
version.
Like director's cut and some extra After Effects thrown in.
Yeah.
Anyway, we got this movie, Dirge of Cerberus, Last Order, the cell phone game, Crisis Core, and
Which I actually enjoyed.
Crisis Core, out of all these things, Crisis Core was probably the one that was the best out of all of them.
Yeah, out of all the spin-offs, I really enjoyed Crisis Core.
see, and the thing is, it's not the fact that you enjoyed it. It's what they did. What did each title do with the
They Kanye themselves. They Kanye themselves.
No.
They
And
added
I'm not
fucking
talking.
Genesis.
No.
I'm not talking about. Hold on. I don't mean like the throughout. I mean, each game did the following thing.
They added
In
Genesis.
the beginning. Now hold on. In the beginning and in the end, it kept pointing back to the freaking PlayStation 1 game.
Yeah, I know.
Because
It's
we
like
really
every-
need a
no,
full-blown
for me-
game about Zack, which
They're
I'm
like-
fine with.
No, I'm like Square. How do you manage to run a mile but literally run yourself in a circle at the same time? You go right back.
I'm
to
sorry,
what you
I'm sorry, DJ Sue. I'm Square Enix. I can't hear you over all this money that we're making because fans are
I don't
gullible.
care about
You
the
better
money that
quit
you're
it, Chris.
making.
You
I
better
don't.
stop.
No, I
Chris,
don't care
you
about.
better stop.
Because that's
No,
how
seriously.
no bullshit. You and I, all of y'all, we all know that was
Oh.
Square Enix attitude at that point. We're raking all this money. Fuck you if you don't like it.
Oh, I know that.
Oh, yeah.
Because even Square admitted themselves they have not been able to pull a successful Final Fantasy since 7, not counting 10.
I'm about to
15.
say 10 was successful.
Hey, 12 was successful.
I
Full
no,
successful.
We
No,
don't
13,
mention
not
12.
so
We don't
much.
mention 12.
13,
We don't mention
not
12.
so much. No, 12.
Yeah, see-
No, 12 was successful. It may not have been like 10 successful, but it was successful. They made money. 13,
And it ain't successful.
No. 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 See,
They're
this is where I sit there and tell you where success is. 12 was successful, and you saw the legacy down the road. People were like, you know what, 12 wasn't that bad. 13 is where I was like, yo, you guys clearly didn't make money off 13 because you kept giving us fucking sequels I didn't give two shits about, and you kept retconning your shit every fucking game, every goddamn game. D knows my trial with
13
that
was
fucking
a flop.
series.
I ain't gonna lie. 13, man.
I just
I
started
hate-
You
Lightning.
wanna know- you
I
know what-
just
you know what-
started
you know what?
Lightning Returns. In the year of our Lord 2018, I just started Lightning Returns.
I haven't even touched Lightning Returns.
You don't want to.
Here's the
You
best
don't
part
want
about
to.
this. Here's the best part about this. Not only is Chris like genuinely enraged, Chris was sitting on that for a while. Let me tell you why. Because Chris,
Yeah, he was.
you want to talk about a stand. Chris was a straight up stand for this game. He actually stand for, like, Chris, this plot makes no sense. You
I ain't
know
gonna
it
lie.
doesn't.
I was
You
excited for
know it
13 too. I was excited for 13 too. And you know what I did? You know what I got? I got bullet stormed.
Yeah. That's
Oh,
what
yes.
it was. 13-2.
I got bullet stormed.
I remember telling D when I bought 13-2, I was like, D, can you believe this bullshit? They retcon 13 now. What the hell?
Like, no, and Chris is like, it makes sense now. The third game come out. Oh my God. Stop. Just stop.
it really was. It was like, what are you doing? No. And then all of a sudden, spoiler alert, in The Lightning Returns, it's literally, oh, by the way, God doesn't exist and all these things are going to heaven now and we're back to the real world now.
But you know,
Thank God for 15.
but to summarize, my
Don't trust don't give Tetsu Nomura a job, fucking Square Enix. What the fuck? This is the reason why Kingdom Hearts 3 is delayed.
Oh yeah, because he'll
It's
sit
like,
on. This man will sit on a game for like 20 years
I
before
am
it gets
so
released.
glad Square Enix finally got him by his neck and was like, "Hey, dude, shit or get off the fucking pot." I swear to you, that's the only reason why 15 got released, because Square Enix is like, "Hey, dog, you've been sitting on this shit for 10 years. Either get this game out or you're fucking fired." And I think that's exactly what happened.
Final Fantasy 15. Hold on, Final Fantasy 15, aka Versus 13.
Doesn't matter. It's still a great game. I still
No,
like
that's
it,
what
yeah.
it was.
Oh yeah,
This
it
shit
was Versus
originally
13.
called
Oh,
Yeah, it
Versus
was
13.
originally supposed to be Versus 13.
Versus
No,
13.
because right around the time when Advent Children was announced, they showed off Versus 13, and we saw the main character. Remember what Noctis was originally going to be like?
Yep.
It was actually,
My man was going to be broken as all hell.
it was supposed to be an original game, and then when 13 came out, Versus 13 was supposed to take place during that same time period as Lightning in them and all that shit. Then they gave us Type 0, which kind of sort of takes place in that same world, but doesn't. Weird, because that's just what they do. And then end up morphing into an original game finally. And I'm like, hey, Square Enix, how come you not fired Tetsuya Nomura yet? Like, why is he not fired? Like, any other job that you're on, they will fire the person immediately for not putting out a product.
If he was in EA, if he was pulling this shit on EA would have been like, nah, bro, get the fuck out.
Yeah, they were telling him to get the fuck out of here.
Well, then again, EA wouldn't get marred with so many microtransactions. Now, would they? Because the game would take forever to come out. Oh!
Yo, real talk, I'm looking at Kingdom Hearts 3. It comes out in January, and I'm like, yo, Square, fire Tetsuya. Why are you not firing him? Why have you not fired him?
I'm sorry, Chris. I know you're holding on to that release date. I refuse to believe that release date is real.
God, it's not. It is so not.
It's been
happening,
5
Chris.
years.
Feel the magic, guys.
like
Feel the
5 to 6
magic. Kingdom Hearts 3, guys. Feel the magic.
Oh
like
yeah, I
5 to 6
saw. Yeah, I
years.
saw that billboard. Look, we all saw that billboard at Comic-Con. Feel the magic. Really, really, Kingdom Hearts? You're really proud about that release day, huh? That shit ain't coming out.
No, it's coming
That's
out.
what I'm saying.
No.
We've been waiting 5-6 years for this shit, and motherfucker, you gonna say July 29th, 2019? Motherfucker, I'll wait.
See, that's gonna come out.
It's gonna be a week. It's gonna be a week.
No.
A week before the release date. They're gonna be like, LOL, nope. It's gonna be coming out in April. Motherfucker.
See, it's gonna come out in January. The game, to go full circle back to what we're talking about, that I'm not holding my breath for, is Final Fantasy VII Remake. I am not holding my breath on that at all. I'm like,
You want to
nope.
talk about a game that's going to be in the that is
they
going to
show-
be in developmental hell for the next 15
Hey,
years.
real talk.
Man.
AD, you want to put a wager
Yeah.
on this? Your kids are going to be in high school by the time Final Fantasy VII Remake comes out.
Okay, all right.
No, I got an even better. Hold on, I
Actually,
got an even
no,
better.
this is a
way
great
to know.
indicator. Actually, Chris, all right, Ernst, this is a great indicator. See, I'm having a kid, okay? So this kid officially, let's start on his birth date, okay?
All right.
I guarantee you, by the time my son Matthias turns 6 years old, that's when we're finally going to get a release date.
I say
I
7.
got an even. No, I got a better one.
Years. I guarantee you, 6 years.
I got a better one. Because this is also impossible in the realm of impossibilities. We have a higher chance of Tron 3 getting released before this game comes
Actually,
out.
Tron 3 probably will be released because Disney has fuck you money, so they can do whatever the hell they want. So,
Oh, yeah.
And I see, and that's one of the times that I wish Disney would just say, "Hey, you know what? I want us to take this fuck you money and we just put out shit, just make stuff."
Nah, you
because
don't want,
we're gonna.
You don't want
No,
that.
because they're no, seriously, they're like Nintendo. A fucking nuke can go off. They're gonna survive.
True.
True.
Yeah.
Golly,
True.
Yeah,
true.
you're right. Yeah. But,
I mean, look what happened. Look what happened to Lone Ranger and John Carter. Does anybody remember them? No.
Here's the thing. Disney wrote that shit off like it was taxes. Like, they're children. Write them off. We're good.
It's like whatever. Like whatever. We'll give it the DVD Blu-ray combo, and then we will never speak of this film again.
Lone Ranger, what's that?
We're looking at Johnny like, all right, Johnny, enough of the fuck ups. Get back over here and do this Pirates movie.
Even though we already know the majority of Lone Ranger's budget was towards Johnny Depp. So, there's that. But I would say this. 2005 was an interesting year because this is during a time where Advent Children came out in Japan only. We never got a U.S. release. So you had people like me and Eris. We were scouring the torrent sites to get this movie, regardless of whether it was the raw format or not. And
dude, I found that movie in like a month.
Yeah, it doesn't take that long for it to finally hit the formats and stuff. And I would say, like, the fever pitch to actually finally get this movie was ridiculous because I saw the movie. People literally were selling burned copies of Advent Children on eBay for like $40 and shit. And
Oh,
were
shit.
desperate
I knew
enough to
motherfuckers.
buy
there were
it.
people-
in
No.
high school that was like, yo, I got the Advent Children for you.
Yo, there were
$10.
people selling that movie in high school. I guarantee you this.
But
I
it's so-
guarantee.
yeah.
Hold on. I got something else for you. I know for a fact because I remember seeing this happen. It was not a Comic-Con. Sorry, there was a Otakon of that year. Somebody was selling bootleg copies of Advent Children at Otakon.
Oh, nigga, that's right. I forgot. Yo. No, they couldn't have because, was it 06? It had to be 06 because remember,
I'm talking about 06. This
Okay,
had
I'm about
been
to say,
like.
all right, I'm about to say, woo.
Yeah.
Woo,
It was
I'm
like
about to
after
say.
the movie it was after the movie had hit theaters, then the fan subs had came out. Bruh.
Because, like, I saw it through torrent. This is right around November 05. That's when I saw it off the torrent. And I remember at the time when it came out, I watched it all the way through, and I was like, okay, I didn't care about the plot, but I was just more like, okay, action was what it was and stuff. But like watching it again, just for the sake of this podcast, I was like, yeah, this plot's fucking stupid, but I'm still going to enjoy the ridiculous, over the top video game action for what it is. But it's one of those things where it's like, if you were really trying to do a continuation, and this is the issue that Dirge of Cerberus had, you don't need to add in unnecessary bullshit.
No, you do.
Yeah.
not.
You don't have to.
For the love of God, if there's anything that Square Enix has taught us, be careful for what you ask for.
Yep.
I mean, I remember.
Not only did we want this. Now hold on. Not only did we want this movie to come out, but we wanted to come out in English, and we were quote unquote excited to find out what anime voiceovers were going to be taking over the roles of our favorite characters. And holy dried shit on a stick was this voice. Not saying that the voice, not saying that the choices were bad, but the performances.
Oh, yeah.
I
The
mean,
performances left quite a bit to be
I
desired.
gotta be real about this here. For George Newborn to play Sephiroth, I think he did pretty good.
You know what?
If
No,
you want to be a
you know
cocky
what?
Sephiroth, I think he was
You
fine.
know what? Hold up, Chris.
Yeah.
Chris,
Chris, we really only had two choices. It was either him or Lance Bass from Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, I take
Oh,
Newborn.
God.
And Lance, here's the thing: everybody keeps touting Lance Bass. I'm like, yo, Lance only had to do 2 fucking words. That ain't really
Yeah, that was all he had to do was like 2 lines. Done.
You know what?
Sin Harvest.
Bad.
You know what? Look. Well, you know what? I'm gonna defend Chris, and defend you on this, Eris, because there's nothing worse than a voice acting cast that is super talented. They have many voices. They're really good. There's nothing worse when they're in a shitty anime.
Yeah.
There is nothing worse, because here's the thing: not only do your voices start to not match the character, then it gets to the point if you got to say these just shitty lines like "You'll look after me, yeah," or some bull crap like that. You know what I mean? And They have
I
to
felt bad.
talk and fight through the. They had to sit there and fight through the shitty dialogue.
I felt
It's
bad.
really
for,
bad.
for Fred
And I'm
Tatasciore.
telling
God
everybody.
bless him. God bless him. Jesus Christ.
No, he's used to being a bad shit. It's okay, but there's a difference where. No, good example. I was like, oh shit, Vincent, that's Steve Blum. Of course it would be him. Oh man, that's whomever. I'm like, damn. And I think to myself, wow. And none of y'all were told to do that again. Not fucking once. What the hell is wrong with this voice?
I'm just laughing at the fact that
It is bad beyond. It is really bad, man.
I'm just laughing at the fact that they recasted Eris and they got Mina Savari instead of fucking Mandy
Why
Moore.
would you do that? Why?
I didn't understand that.
She was
Damn,
fine in
man.
the Kingdom Hearts games as Aerith. Like,
Yeah,
why don't you
right.
not just keep her? Like, what were we doing here?
Sure, but it was like y'all just spent the extra money for that for no reason, in my opinion.
Mina
That's all I'm saying.
Savari. Mina Savari from American Dream as Aerith. I'm like, really? Like,
I mean,
that's what we're
Oh,
doing?
you mean American
Me too.
Beauty?
Yeah,
You mean
American Beauty. My bad. Sorry.
I mean, look, nothing against her, but the fact that you wanted to swap out Mandy Moore for her, honestly, you could have threw in Hillary Duff for half price.
Yeah.
I mean, they got the other chick from Even Stevens to play Yuffie.
Or just real talk, any Becky you just pull off the street because that's all they sound like. They sound the same. Jesus.
Yeah, I mean,
But this really does. No, but I'm sorry to repeat what I just said. For the love of God, be careful what you ask for.
But hey,
Especially,
we got Jet. He's back. Jet Black as Barrett. Yeah.
yeah, that was so expected.
Barrett with the cornrows.
Oh man, hey, I'm all for cornrow Barrett. All right, it's better than high top fade Will Smith fucking Barrett from the game.
But you know they brought. Hey,
Oh,
hey.
God.
First of all, they brought that back in the remake.
That remake
Hey.
doesn't exist, Eris, until we actually see gameplay. Just FYI on that one.
Dude, I was telling myself like, oh shit, Bo Billingsley does the voice of a Barrett. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, I'm sorry, Bo. Do you at least say nigga? I'm eating chicken. That's like the only thing you,
Bruh, the beginning when he's left that voicemail message for Cloud on his what was the name of the phone, Eris? They were just whoring out in this fucking movie.
They were whoring the shit out of those damn phones.
That wasn't a razor. That was a what's the face.
No, that wasn't a razor. That was like it was a specifically only released in Japan designed phone, and I can't remember. I know it wasn't Nokia. I know they weren't no Nokia phones.
What it was is
They had been some Japanese phones. Matter of fact, I'm about to look it up right now.
No.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
What it
Steve.
was, the phone specifically, right? The phone, at least at that time, it had the ability. It was a flip phone, but you could twist the top part of it, and it was actually kind of like a mini camcorder, basically.
Okay, what it was,
Panasonic
I got.
Foma. Yeah.
Yeah, it was the Panasonic Foma, the P900 IV.
Yep. They were whoring the shit out of that phone throughout the whole damn movie. Cloud lost his phone, got it back again because I guess money doesn't fucking mean anything.
Because it's Final Fantasy. Who gives a fuck about the logic?
I guess you just give material away and then you get your phone back. But yeah, I no bullshit. I kind of wanted that phone for a hot second just because it actually looked pretty dope at the time. But now I'm like,
Oh, that phone was flying off of digital shelves on eBay.
oh yeah. I remember people importing that phone just for the camcorder ability, which I didn't know you could actually do, but apparently you could do it.
Because I laughed at that. I laughed at people trying to get that phone. I'm like, and I'm thinking to myself, well, you can't really use it unless you unlock it.
Yeah, which I knew some people that knew how to unlock it too, so that was another aspect. Again, I'm in California, so I knew some people that knew how to mess around with that kind of stuff. But like at the end of the day, I gave up because I was like, yo, this shit's fucking expensive just to try to get it. But yeah, this movie, the whole basis of the movie is essentially Sephiroth's next of kin is trying to revive him, and it's up to Cloud and them to stop him. That's about
Technically,
it.
they're not. No, they weren't really next of kin.
The
They were
remnants.
the remnants of Sephiroth because thanks. Okay.
The three Horcruxes.
Okay.
They were the
all right,
three
all right,
Horcruxes.
hold on. Okay. First of all,
Thank you, Denzel. Thank
First-
you.
First of all, here's how it went down. See, thanks to Rufus Shinra's info dump, slash exposition about what happened after the
Rufus ain't shit, by the way. I'm just putting it out there.
He really ain't. He really ain't. By the way.
Wait.
No, he
wait.
ain't. But hold on. Thanks to his
Hold on.
info.
I gotta say this. Just the one scene when the president, when Rufus brought in Cloud to healing, and he's talking to him like, "Listen, we need your help." And Cloud's like, "No, I'm not interested." I'm pretty sure he wanted to be like, and I know D's gonna enjoy this. Listen, man, our ass is in the jackpot if you don't help us get rid of this shit.
Our ass is in the jack. You know what? There's nothing more white and more worrisome, really, when you think about it. That's serious shit. It's like, oh damn, we're fucked up. She got it.
Now hold on. No, because CJ had the best response.
Damn it.
Like, CJ had the best response ever. I love that. How?
Wow.
That's why I called them the next of kin. It's like, oh, so I guess Sephiroth fucked some chick and then boom, you got kids.
No,
All right, cool.
I'm
fine.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Come
Look,
on.
guys, I gotta be real when it comes to Sephiroth. I don't think he has a dick. I think he's just a smooth guy. There's no
Hold up. Is it that Cowboy Bebop, that fucking two-parter where
Jupiter Jazz.
Yeah, Jupiter Jazz, where it's like
where his hormonal imbalance kicked in.
it's like plot twist. He doesn't have a dick.
You know what? See, I think that motherfucking conservatives think that's what transgenders look like.
It's like they look
They have no genitals and they're a curse among God.
But to answer your question, CJ,
All right.
he got it. Like the way it worked out, thanks to like I said, thanks to that info dump. Apparently, after Sephiroth was defeated, he materialized into the quote-unquote geostigma and has been floating around in the live stream for the last 2 years, which is why everyone's been getting sick, slash turning into him.
Oh, that was also in the, if you watched
D Shaw 3 Black Geeks. Huh? What? What?
D,
Is that nigga perfect cell now? What's going on? I'm confused.
And here's the kicker.
No, hold on, D. I can answer that for you. See, what we have reached the what is it called? Yeah, we've reached the prequel point of blood vengeance writing.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. If you watch the Advent Children Complete, it was still ham-fisted because if I remember correctly, fucking two of the people from the Turks got Sephiroth's head, and they literally show a scene of the fucking Sephiroth trio somehow rising into their bodies, and that's how they popped up.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yo,
really?
What deviant art?
Fang and
What
Elena.
deviant art webpage did these niggas come from, man?
I don't know. And you know what? That's a perfect name, D, because you know that was 2005 and DeviantArt.
Oh yeah, they were
DeviantArt
definitely
was the thing,
DeviantArt.
So yeah, yeah.
Did you like how every time they show up through the mist?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's like you know, one of them looked at the other one. Oh, guys, we look so fucking awesome. I can't wait for one of these anime fans to make a 9-inch nails or a Linkin Park video out of us. Oh.
Now I will say this: if I'm giving the movie credit, I did like the redesigns for the characters. I will give it that. I like the redesigns.
Oh,
yeah.
It was
Yeah,
fun.
the redesigns were cool.
Yeah,
I will give them
the
that.
redesigns was cool, but beginning the movie, apparently this is where the movie says, yeah, physics, fuck that shit doesn't exist because
I
apparently
mean, you know.
Cloud is fighting the Sephiroth trio and they're just sliding around. I'm like, that's not how bikes work, guys. What's going on?
Oh my god!
Oh,
I have
God.
not. Okay, look. You want to know the last?
Jesus.
Now, look. You guys want to know the last time I saw a bike chase this hilarious? Resident
Torque.
Evil Vendetta.
Torque?
No. I'm talking about CGI.
Torque.
Like I'm talking about
Torque.
CGI. I'm talking about CGI, like a CGI anime film.
Torque?
Yes, I'm not counting that one. Okay, I'm not counting that
Torque
one.
is anime as you're going to get. That's the closest you're going to see
I
Ice
know
Cube
it
touching
is.
an anime.
No. I know it is, but I'm counting. I'm talking about CGI anime video game based film.
I know.
The last time I saw one this ridiculous was Vendetta.
But here's the thing.
Bruh.
But here's the
Leon killed people trying to kill dogs.
But here's the thing, Sue. They've established that the Resident Evil CGI movies doesn't fucking care since that first one, and Leon Leon rolled in there to save his medical homegirl with that fucking grenade launcher. Get back! I'm like, really? Where did you come from, dude? What the hell?
Wait, did he parkoured his way across?
I'm about to say that nigga
that entire
parkoured his
platform.
Yo, he
That
parkoured
nigga-
across the platform, dodged her out the way, shoots the grenade launcher. I'm like, where did you come from, Leon? What the hell, dog?
Remember that? You
Man,
know
it's
what?
like,
Every time,
I had to go back and get a grenade launcher.
you know what? And it makes me laugh because Chris goes like, you remember that time he was just a pussy ass cop in Raccoon City?
Yep.
Yeah, I missed that.
Yo, they made him fucking Leon Fantastic in Resident Evil 4. That's the gift and the curse of Resident Evil 4. They just made him quippy as all hell, which I don't mind. It's fine, but it's just like, yo, they made him like there's broken, and then there's hey, you might need to dial it down a little bit, Leon. You're a little too perfect. All right, just chill. What are we doing here? You know.
Oh
So.
my God.
Down, down,
But
Leon.
Cloud in this movie, him and the Sephiroth twins basically get into I dub a pissing contest and stuff, basically, where they're just like, hey, I got this sword. And then all of a sudden we find out that Cloud, apparently, after Final Fantasy VII...
Cloud has the fucking jigsaw puzzle buster
yeah,
sword.
he upgraded swords, and he has like 8 swords that somehow we find out at the end of the movie combines into one single sword, and I was like, well, that was unnecessary.
Bullshit!
It really is. It really is. But, like, that was their way of basically testing out Cloud and where he's at, because apparently Cloud is also inflicted with geostigma cancer, apparently. So, you know, there's that.
Geostigma cancer.
Notice everybody.
Hey, yo,
and,
dude.
and hold on,
dude,
no,
that's my
and
favorite.
CJ, hold on, CJ's right to call it that because notice that Tifa's rocking the Susan B. Coma ribbon.
yo, everybody is
know what?
this movie was basically this shit was breast cancer awareness. The movie, everybody had a fucking damn
Everybody had a ribbon.
Everybody had a ribbon, and I'm like, why is everybody a ribbon? And it isn't until the end of the movie you find out, oh, this is for Eris. Well, why the fuck didn't you tell us this was for Eris? What the hell, movie? This is
Yo,
random.
I'm sorry. I'm
Of all
sorry,
the
Chris. I'm
of all-
sorry, Chris. You really expect that movie to give you an answer back for that dumb crap?
I know. I'm just thinking in terms of 2005. Chris was kind of wondering what the fuck does these ribbons do? What was this, breast cancer awareness month? What's going on here?
Oh, and just to piggyback off of what CJ said there, D. You also got to remember this is 2005, so the 2005 version of this movie had so many holes in it.
So many
holes.
Because it wasn't like was it just incomplete, or was it like you really say it was a director's cut?
It was a director's cut. And here's the problem with the amount of holes that the non-director's cut version had. I'm sitting back like I feel like there was something missing from this. And then when they gave us the director's cut edition,
They plugged it in.
No. They put everything back in, and I apologized for it because holy crap, was a lot of those scenes utterly useless.
It was basically like
It was
filler.
filler.
It was basically like, okay, you gave us these plot holes. As I mentioned before, we finally see 2 of the Turks. We find out where the fuck they were. We kind of find out that the fucking Sephiroth trio beat the shit out of them and stuff because they were trying to get Sephiroth's head and stuff. And
I like how no, first of all, they weren't after Sephiroth's head. They were after Genova's head.
Yeah, they were going after
Genova's
Mother.
head, my bad.
They were going
Sorry.
after Mother.
And also, CJ, I love the fact that you are sticking with that name for them. You're calling them the Sephiroth trio.
Yeah, the Sephiroth trio.
And that's what they were.
Sephiroth triplets.
That's what they were.
They basically, you know what? They were
No,
basically.
how do you create
Dude, all of
so-
them were basically Sephiroth's personalities. If you really think about it,
No, they
really
were.
Think about it.
No, they were. But here's the problem: how do you create Sephiroth 3 times, but
I'm
make him
dopey.
3? No, hold on. No, wait. How do you make him 3 times, but make him 3 times as boring?
I'm dopey.
I'm strong.
I'm cocky. I'm unsure, but emo.
And I'm the cute one.
And dog. Okay, so here's the thing. And that's another thing. Let me tell you something. Okay, so you make Kadaj the most boring villain who's just like, who has mom problems, basically, kind of like Sephiroth.
Oh,
And then
so
you
just
give-
like Sephiroth.
And in a movie that has over the top
Yo.
stuff, they give him a double katana because badass, I guess.
Yeah.
The worst part about it really was this, is that when you have any anime has proven one thing to me is this. If your main villain says anything like "mother," no, you're not going to like the rest of this anime.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And that's the thing. It's like and like I said, I will give the movie also credit. We see a fully realized like Sector 7 and all these other worlds and stuff like that. You see Midgar and we actually see it fully realized, and it's like, yeah, that's about what I expected it to be, very drab. Because here's the thing, this movie also isn't very colorful. It really isn't. It's very just it's either everything is either dark gray. People's clothes are either black, gray, dark blue, dark red. There's no like vibrant colors to it.
No, there is none.
And it should and it should be vibrant because it's like
crawling in my skin.
You're right.
You know what's fun? Actually, D, that's really not too far off, because when I look at the color scheme of this movie and Crawling, they're both the same.
Yeah. And it's like
it's like they painted with this hybrid theory backdrop.
Yeah, and it's like, as much as I like seeing Midgard fully realized and stuff, because, again, you don't really get that much of a context in the Final Fantasy VII game and stuff, because, 1997 graphics and all that stuff. It was nice, but at the same time, it's like, can I get a little bit of color? I mean, they did just defeat Sephiroth. Can we get some color a little bit, please?
No, something I want to point out. The whole time I'm watching like the first 15 minutes of this movie, I'm saying to myself, "Holy crap! So this is what this game is. So this is what this game is going to look like when it comes to PS3."
Which, hey, they may do on it. That's what the graphics were.
Did y'all? No, real talk. Did you guys also like in the what was it? No. Did you guys like in the direct, like in the complete edition, where they cut back to Cloud's flashbacks of Zack? They pretty much injected the same cutscene from Crisis Core.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Crisis Core came after this movie, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
Crisis Core came after it.
Yeah,
but then once Complete came out, it was like, oh, you gotta come on now. That's
I'm like,
Crisis Core.
This is
like,
lazy.
especially when Zack gave Cloud the sword, the Buster Sword.
Yes,
that
right
is
at the
clearly
end.
all he was missing. I think because they didn't have the rain. They didn't.
Yeah.
They did. It wasn't raining.
No, they kept the rain.
Oh, they kept up.
But I will say
the
this
rain.
though, like you get all these Easter eggs, like when he's passing by to visit fucking what's his face and stuff, and you see that map, like Midgard City, wherever. What's the city? What's the place that Yuffie's from?
Oh, Yuffie. No, wait. Doesn't she come from Cosmo Canyon? No, Wutai.
No.
Yeah, they had that little border where Wutai's this way, Cosmic Canyon's this way, and the Chocobo Farm. Because hey, guys, Chocobo Farm. I'm like,
all the stuff that we wish that we could have seen in this movie but didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, in fairness, we did get a stuffed Moogle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they kept showing the stuff Moogle. That was cute.
Yeah.
But that's like a Final Fantasy staple. You see a Moogle like everywhere.
Yeah. Which, I mean, if I'm going to talk about the goats of this movie, Reno and Rude.
Oh, hold on. Before you get to the goats of the movie, CJ, going back to what you said earlier about wanting some color. Oh, we did get some color. In the first 15 seconds when we see Red 13, aka Nanaki, running up that freaking cliff and doing the roar.
And then they're saying 160 days in the past. Let's go back. I'm like, really?
No,
really?
It was like 498 years ago.
Yeah, I'm like, so that's the only color we're getting. Huh?
I'm like, this is all the color we're getting.
No. They also spent color on Reno's head because hey, that red
Oh,
has to shine.
They saturated the red on his hair.
I was fine with it because I was like, yeah, you had to put him out there and stuff. And I remember again 2005.
Oh, and the brightness of the materia. The materia was bright.
That too.
The materia was bright. Something else they also threw in, like from just seeing them, like just seeing Reno and Rude. I'm like, yes. Not only did you guys make them like pretty much the goats of this movie, but you made. At first, if there was anything I did want to see more Reno and Rude, and I'm glad they gave it to us in the director's cut. That's probably like the only good thing that came out of that.
Yeah. And then
it's just more of them.
That and Rufus looking like the fucking Assassin's Creed and shit. The whole movie and shit. Yeah, because we found out Rufus is also inflicted with the geostigma as well, hence why he's like covered up and stuff. And he, like I said, like Sue said, that he's basically doing an info dump on everything that essentially happened and stuff. Meanwhile,
huge, blatant.
Meanwhile, we found out that Cloud and Tifa, they've been basically taking care of the orphans.
Not just taking care of the orphans, but they converted the bar from, was it nighttime it's a bar, Seven Heaven. Daytime, it's the Strife delivery service. Hey, Cloud, what the hell are you delivering?
Hope.
Grief. Abandonment.
I would say grief. Grief would be coming
Hope.
in a second.
Hope, grief, abandonment, all in the box.
Because let me tell you something, folks.
Jones, shape up.
Yeah.
For the love of God.
I hate you, D.
I hate you so much.
What do you say?
Walter Jones shape up.
Fuck you, D.
Look, man. What?
I mean, look, man.
You act like I said something wrong. Is the question?
I mean, look. Yeah. If we were getting to the root of what Cloud was moping about through this whole movie, it probably was Walter Jones' hairline. So that's probably what it was. He was
Can we just leave him alone? He's already look.
You know what? Look, the only thing that left him alone was a freaking barber with actual.
Hey, that was 1990. That was 1993. Walter has come a long way. He's finally found a barber. He got a nice shape up now.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. Don't you dare do that. No, he doesn't. See, Chris was wrong. Chris is wrong. Chris knew for a fact I was not going to let that fat ass slow fastball pass me right there. You wrong. You know he ain't got no doggone shaper. He like, yeah, you trying to trigger me, nigga. It's not right. I'm your homie.
I will say this though, and maybe just because I was going to a lot of anime conventions in 2005, there were so many fucking Reno and Rude and Cloud Advent Children cosplay that cropped out of his movie.
You know why? Because people are lazy.
No, did you also like how Reno in this movie is pretty much he pretty much had the personality of Axel from Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, because I remember in the game, he wasn't this fucking laid back. He was all like, I'm going to tase the shit out of you with this fucking rod, and I'm going to throw this I'm going to also fucking blow up this part of the fucking Midgard and land it on this section. Fuck you.
Meanwhile, Rude was silent, but he was always willing to bless somebody with them hands.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he blessed some people with these hands in this movie, and again, if we're talking like attention to detail, again, I like the attention to detail with him because we found out Rude is black.
Well, he was black in the
I couldn't tell in the game.
I loved that question mark too.
No.
I was going to ask the same question. I think he is black.
No, see, it's the same thing that they did to Vanessa in Virtual Fighter. When Virtual Fighter 4 came out, she was dark,
and I loved it. But it's all of a sudden Virtual Fighter 5.
She was dark. Then all of a sudden, the following year when Evo came out, I don't know, some designer over at Sega, over at AM2 sat back and said, "You know who I really, really like? Halle Berry."
That's the funny thing because I was like, so she went from Lupita Nyong'o to Halle Berry. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, what are we doing?
Just like that. In the same.
Halle Berry.
I like Halle Berry too, but it's like, I love seeing a dark-skinned woman kick the shit out of everybody in Virtua Fighter. What the hell, man?
Exactly.
And the same thing happened with Rude. Brother was dark-skinned. I mean, my man was
dark for PS1 graphics. Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking PS1, freaking chocolate thunder rolling through everybody.
Now it's like, is he mixed? I guess he's mixed.
No, not even mixed. My man went from dark chocolate Kit Kat to freaking rich chocolate Ovaltine.
Nah, he Jesse Williams.
Jesse Williams, dog. Ovaltine.
Nah, that nigga Jesse Williams.
He Jesse Williams, dog. That's where you at right now.
He's that light. He's Jesse Williams.
He Jesse Williams light, dog.
Then again. My man does have the eyes for it when he took the glasses off.
Yeah, he did. Even though he had multiple glasses inside of his suit jacket, so I got.
Yeah, because that was
hilarious.
Because that's actually funny. Look, there's a lot of shit I give this movie. That was fun.
The best part, real talk, the best parts of this movie were Reno and Rude.
Yeah, but here's the funny thing, right? So, did you love the Akira bike that Cloud
Everybody had. God, that bike. All right, the bike was cool, but
I like how one fucking scene in that Final Fantasy VII game that you had to play through, all of a sudden Cloud owns a bike now. I'm like, since when?
First of all, this bike in the movie was cool because it houses all of his freaking swords. that's cool, I guess. But to me, nothing was better than the bike that he yanked from the Shinra building in the game.
Oh yeah,
that's true. But so
that bike was badass.
So we're gonna get to this Tifa and Law's fight that just again says "fuck you, physics."
Oh, I've never seen a fight show up in so many A and Bs.
But I like the fucking Final Fantasy battle theme on piano. It was actually pretty dope.
Yeah, the battle theme. Yeah,
it is one of no.
It's one of the most overrated fights.
Overused.
Son.
Overrated.
How is it that we live in a world where more people have made videos out of that than Chun-Li and Vega? How is that even possible? How? This fight is nowhere that good.
It starts off fine, and then it's like, hey, end this shit already, please. What are we doing here? End it.
Like when she throws him into the pews, and she goes to run to Marlene, and then we get the ringtone, Victory Fanfare ringtone.
Which
and
everybody
it's like, all right.
and their fucking mama, including myself, I'm not going to lie, had that ringtone. I'm not going to lie.
Everybody had the very first time everybody heard that ringtone, you just saw an explosion of ejaculations everywhere.
Here's the funny thing. And you know what the best part about all this, about everybody, about this whole just regular ass fight scene, because that's all it is. It's a regular fight. It was nothing.
No battle damage, by the way, because apparently you get thrown into fucking pews, you don't bleed.
No battle damage at all.
No, there was no battle damage in the original one.
No, I watched I watched the complete version. It didn't look like there was much.
No, in the complete version, they pretty much gave us what Team Ninja did to DOA, like DOA 5 last round, where the character can now get dirty and sweat and all that stuff. They did that to Tifa in this movie.
Ooh,
all right, I gotta do this for my wife, Angie. I'm doing this for you. Tifa is one of the most overrated bitches ever in anime, in video games, everything. Why? Oh God, why do girls want to be her? Do guys want to bone her? She is regular.
Here's the thing.
If she didn't have, look, Angie said this. If she didn't have an uppercut, you wouldn't give a shit about her.
Here's the kicker, though. But here's the kicker,
she is overrated.
The kicker is that,
I was more Team Yuffie when I was younger.
But
when I was younger, I was Team Yuffie.
But the kicker was
hey, Denzel, don't do that, man. Today, actually, you know what? No, you're all right. No, I ain't gonna make that.
The kicker is that, like, you had. After Aerith died, and I think only because, and for me, that's the only reason why I don't knock Tifa. She was the one that was there to pick up Cloud and stuff. And yet you watch Avon Children, I'm like, so Cloud didn't hook up with her? And it's just like, Cloud's just been very just like whatever about her. I'm like, dog, she did kind of help you out when you were kind of down here. I'm just saying,
she helped. Yes,
she held it down for you there, dog.
First of all, she had it down for you because you was sad because the girl that probably your best friend probably boned a couple times.
Yo, that was weird. I'm sorry. That whole sequence is weird with them.
Let's also consider that the man has been trying to hold on to that life of, I'm going to live the life of my best friend for as long as I can. He was holding on to that for so long until he realized for two things. Let's see, my best friend is dead, and the girl that my best friend has been, was pretty much with this whole time is also dead. So what does that leave me with? Yeah. I have friend zoned my best friend Tifa into the friend zone. Into the shadow realm of friend zones? Like, she ain't never coming out.
Right there, when you say, when you do, what is there left to do? Like, well, you have a winning personality. I'm sorry.
Sorry. Side note, guys.
Seriously. This is what it's turned into when it comes to the whole Tifa Cloud thing. Everybody says, "Oh, they should get together. How come they're not together? How come they didn't hook up in this movie? It's been 2 years since the events of Final Fantasy VII." If you go
I ship so hard, man.
If you go into the psyche of Cloud, which you see in the video game where Tifa goes into his mind, there's a part of that game that they cut out, and with good reason. See, somewhere in Cloud's mind, he did what Rogue did to Ms. Marvel in her mind of X-Men, where she imprisoned her.
Yeah.
Never to be let out.
Yeah.
That was the friend zone that Tifa was put in. You're never getting out of there.
Well, you know.
Nope.
But I will say this though, after Tifa got that business and stuff, you know, again, nothing but just exposition of, oh, Cloud, Tifa, they beat me.
Mother!
Mother. Oh,
I can actually bring up a better fight than this, and I'm not, and this is actually a fight that uses Tifa.
Easy.
A better fight with Tifa actually in it, and rest in peace to my man Monty Ohm, was Dead Fantasy Episode 3.
Yeah, that was the one where she was like fighting
It was the fight with her and Hitomi in the burning church.
Well, let's
that fight was so sick.
I mean, it was cool, but let's be real about this. Circa 2005, when Monty was at his peak and really doing the damn thing, yeah, it was awesome. I gotta admit.
Are you serious? He wasn't even at his peak, man. He still had like five more.
No. You're not hearing me, Aris. Peak in his first form.
In his first, I like that. His first form peak.
That was just a start. It's like, hey, this is what it is and stuff. But
and you know what? That's who they should have got on this. Because did we also not see her pretty much run through that entire team of ninjas?
Yeah, someday we'll talk about all of Monty Oom's works.
We gotta talk
Rest
about
in peace,
that fantasy.
that guy. But I'll say this. So
take it away from us way too soon, brother.
So finally, we get back to the scene of the crime from Final Fantasy VII, the Forbidden Forest.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where Kadaj is doing his he's doing his best to drink the water and you'll go to heaven, guys.
Drink the Kool-Aid.
Drink the Kool-Aid and you come to heaven with me, guys. It's cult. So all the kids are drinking the water and stuff, and basically Cloud rolls up in there and stuff, and they have another fight.
Not the orphans.
Yeah, not the orphans. So he gets into a fight with all of them, and again, another ridiculous over the top fight, but whatever. It's Final Fantasy, and he loses his phone, and that's when Vincent. Well, never mind. Vincent's cape makes an appearance, and he basically saves Cloud. But hold on, though. When Cloud is on his way to the Forbidden Forest, he has a flashback where he's talking to Aerith. Now, I don't know whether she's purposely doing that or Cloud is just having a crazy moment. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. It's Cloud. Who knows?
Yeah.
No, it's bad writing. That's all it is.
Yeah, it really is and stuff. And again, they really milked the shit out of Cloud. Feels bad she died. I'm like, dog. She knew what the game was.
She knew what the game was.
She knew what she signed up for,
exactly
bruh.
what it was.
It ain't your fault that she took a 7-foot sword to the back. All right, come on.
She ate that shit too, man.
While praying to God, so she's going to heaven. She's guaranteed passport to heaven.
How do you know that? Eric, I know what you did to that little kid in the Sundays. You know what I'm saying?
Then again, that's implying that God exists in Final Fantasy VII world, so I don't think he exists. So
Final Fantasy world. I love that, the way you said it like that.
So he's fighting them. Vincent saves him, and Vincent basically apparently has been.
So when it comes to, God damn,
What the hell?
Nah, but yeah, it's like Vincent.
Hold on. Eric, is that you?
I think that is him.
Yeah, that's probably him.
Yeah, that's probably him.
You shit, Eric.
Might have to mute that. Nah, but
Hold on.
Sorry about that.
yeah, might have to mute that. Nah, but apparently it's like Vincent has been keeping tabs on the Sephiroth trio, and like, so Vincent, you couldn't just come up to Cloud. And
That's
them
what I'm saying.
I
from the
know.
jump?
Not at no time did you think these up. Hey, you know what? Maybe it's time for me to call Cloud. He's not doing nothing. like not for you. Whatever. You know. Whatever.
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, Vincent, you can go berserk anytime you goddamn want, motherfucker.
But it's
You
Steve-
could have went
but-
berserk
but it's
and went
Steve-
ape
but-
shit on their ass.
But it's Steve fucking
But,
Bloom
hey,
being emo.
Denzel. Hey, Denzel, you do know that this is Vincent we're talking about. This is the same guy that will want you to leave him in his coffin.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny. You
After
can actually beat
Hey,
Final
look-
Fantasy VII without Vincent. You're right.
Without Vincent.
Yeah, because technically, according to that game's lore, Vincent and Yuffie were never there.
Yeah, it is optional, but hey, you got to have the full gang and
Really?
stuff. Yeah. Apparently,
they were
like
never
the
there.
lore, they were never there in the first place.
Why do you think they never show up in any of the CGI cutscenes?
Yeah, that's why they're optional, basically. So it
Yeah,
was,
I didn't.
and
No,
it
I
was-
really didn't know that.
Yeah, it wasn't until this movie came out that they ended up making them canon, essentially. So, actually, I would say after Final Fantasy VII came out, that Square basically kind of retconned it in a way by making them actual canon. But before that, they were. That's the reason why Yuffie is optional. That's the reason why Vincent is optional. But everybody else, you were basically getting by virtue of the story, anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, and boy did they give us like a crap load of lore when it came to Vincent. He was a former Turk.
Which, God, that's a separate podcast for Dirge of Service because I got words for that fucking game.
Oh God. Oh God.
I paid fucking $40 for that fucking game.
Wait,
and
I was going to say that was the worst $20 I ever spent for it. You paid
no,
40.
no. I bought it open.
No
Hey,
damn
look,
reason,
look,
motherfucker. You paying $40 for that shit.
Dog, I was sipping
look,
the fucking
Denzel.
Square Enix train. We were at that time. That's what I'm just saying. That's just how it was.
Denzel,
I got it.
Denzel, don't take. Hey, look, man, don't be too hard on CJ, man. He was just trying to be Mr. Day Unos. All right.
Hey, I played it and I was just like, I don't want to play this game ever again. And it's not because of the fact that they gave us a more convoluted backstory on Vincent. Like, I didn't think that was possible. It's the fact that they gave us that was an excuse for them to interject Gact into the fucking Final Fantasy games as Genesis.
You have a problem with that?
They also gave us that jerk off session known as the "Hey, this might not be the end."
No God.
Yeah, that's if I chose to really give a shit about that super secret special ending. So fuck that game. I don't care. I didn't care. But nah. So
I love that, and that's the thing that I love. You see that super secret ending. I guarantee you that when this remake comes out, we're gonna see nothing of that. Nothing of it.
Because that's the thing. Because was it Dirt? Like not what I say. Dirt's verb is Crisis Core addressed Genesis and the fact that he was another fucking experiment because Hojo liked to touch little boys apparently, and he has another fucking dude that he sat there and messed with. Man. I'm sorry, is anybody ever going to address the fact that Hojo was just creepy as shit and he just liked these boys?
Yeah,
saying,
dude. Yeah. How about the fact that you had to fight him in the game and the motherfucker injected himself with the T virus? He transformed into a monster.
He really did. He was like, I hate you, clown, I'll get you. Bah! And I turned into a blob.
You know what? That reminds me of the boss that was in what was that, 15?
Yeah.
No, 13. The boss that was in 13
Yeah.
the pastor.
Yeah.
That turned to like an owl out of nowhere or some shit. It was like,
Bruh,
why?
Spoonie was correct, and I'm glad he did that. If you didn't have Army of One, that was the longest fucking fight. Let me tell you something. I had Army of One. I ended that fight within like 2 minutes. If you didn't have that, the strategy was literally you had to buff your fucking crew and debuff him before you could do any goddamn damage.
Yeah. And the whole part, and the worst part of it was if you had even spam Army of One just to make sure you get rid of people. That's all you do.
Army of One was the most broken. And I accidentally got it, and I was like, I wonder what Army of was. Oh my god, this is the I win button. Oh my god, yes.
What did she say? What was the I'm nobody's prisoner?
Yeah,
is that
I'm
what
nobody's
it is?
prisoner. I'm nobody's blah blah blah. I'm like, so you're just a strong, independent woman that don't need no man. Is that what you're saying? Like,
That's what I'm talking about. Well, check this out, check. I'm going to be using this move to the whole rest of the game. See you. Let's do this.
That's all it really was of stuff. But so meanwhile, okay, so we're back on Advent Children. So apparently the people of Midgar are like, hey, Kadaj, where's our children? Did you touch them? And then all of a sudden, bam, monsters.
Stop, Chris.
Yeah, the shadow dogs come out and start attacking
The
everyone.
fact that you said, did you touch them?
I mean, look, this guy had children drinking the water.
You got to realize we're in the height of R. Kellyism right now. So
Kadaj was on some R. Kelly-ish. Let's be real about this.
Chris is just worried about the children, man.
I'm worried about the children in this movie because the fact that Kadaj easily told them, drink my dark water, and they drank it. It is a little sketchy.
That led me to say, did we reach cult status now? Now we're in a
I mean,
cult.
look at all their eyes. Their eyes was
I mean,
saying
they
cult
were all
status.
in a circle, and then the parents were like, "What did you do to our kids?" And then Kadaj is like, "Well, here's what I did. Monsters, blah." And I'm like,
Like monsters
What?
attack.
You know what? You know what the best part about all this whole plot? It really becomes useless by the time Sephiroth shows up. It's like, what the fuck was all that about?
No. Once Kadaj summons fucking Bahamut because fuck it, why
yeah.
not?
That is not
Bahamut
Bahamut.
sin.
That
That was
is not
Bahamut's-
Bahamut.
That's
Fuck you.
that's Nega
That is
Bahamut.
not Bahamut.
That's Nega Bahamut.
No,
That is not Bahamut. That is the bootleg Bahamut. That is the nigga Bahamut.
That's corrupted.
That is Bahamut.
Denzel is
Look.
actually hold on. Denzel's actually right. See, first of all, according to the toy box art, that is Bahamut's sin.
Yeah,
I was
that's
saying,
corrupted.
Yeah,
Of
that's
all the versions of Bahamut that could have been summoned, you summoned this one. Not Zero, not Neo, not even regular.
Now,
This thing.
here's a moment that I laughed, and I'm pretty sure you guys caught this. Peep the guy. Did you peep the guy that had the beanie on watching from the sky? I like how he
Yeah.
stood there
Yeah.
and watched. I'm like, shouldn't you be in the building? And yeah, you got
no.
that's
I'm
what
watching
you fucking
my own
get.
demise.
That's what you get.
I was like, this is so. No, you know what? Here's the funny thing. It's this. It seems like this where the CGI has aged on me because I notice how stiff people are in this movie.
But
man.
the hair,
Yup.
though, D, the
know what I
hair
mean?
flows so well.
Oh, shut up, Chris. no, I'm sorry. Let me straighten it out. Oh, shut up, Chris. Of 2005. Nobody cares.
Yo, I think they put more emphasis on everybody's fucking flowing hair than actually seeing if this shit actually ages well over the years.
It look like I said. While it looks good, you could tell it was made in 2005.
Yeah, I mean,
You know
it
what I
ain't
mean?
like
It did
like
hold up.
if I
I did
watch it
like
now,
how-
it is a cutscene from a fucking video game. That's what it
That's
feels
all
like now.
this movie is. This movie is just one long pre-rendered cutscene.
There you go. The
Oh, you
first
mean like
15
the
minutes.
Heavenly Sword movie or the Onimusha 4 Dawn of Dreams movie, which pretty much is the
Or-
goddamn cutscene.
Hey, I love
or,
Onimusha Dawn of
or,
Dreams,
Chris,
sir.
or
All of
guys, or guys, and let's be real, we love this game. Or Guns of the Patriots.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Big
I love
Mama,
that game.
Big Mama and them tits. Yeah.
You know what, Chris? Chris?
Yo, that is CJ's go-to button right there.
Nigga,
Anytime
the
we
chick
bring up-
was 65 years old and still had that fucking outfit from Snake Eater.
Hey,
Like,
look,
yo,
man.
no, what are we
Look,
doing there?
look,
No,
even
no,
was
no,
look,
no,
look,
no,
nigga.
she didn't have that.
Even
No,
was
first of all,
getting her.
No, she didn't have the outfit from. She didn't have the outfit from Snake Eater. She was just rocking an outfit in that style, though.
Hey, look, hey, Chris, look. If Eva wants to get her Marilyn Chambers on, let her, okay? Let her do
Because
so.
clearly all them orphans, I'm putting in quotes here, fucked her. Let's just be real about this. This is, I call it what it is here.
Oh my gosh, man. Anyway,
No, but see, here's the thing, too.
Hey, look, he is right.
Yeah, but
He
here's
is
the thing.
right.
Now, I laugh at the fact that Rena and Rue, they're doing a noble thing. We gotta save the kids, guys. All right, we saved them.
love the kids.
Yeah, Rena and Rue love the kids. We love them. But then,
Turks love the kids.
Let the sunshine.
Hey, I'm not doing this. Hey, I'm not doing this with you. I'm not gonna go. No, we're not going in on that song. Yes, I recognize that song. That was one of the hottest summer hits of 2002. And yes, CeeLo pretty much stole that song from Trick.
You know
Daddy.
the sad part? You want to know the criminal part? They're not playing that song, and I got a feeling they're going to start playing that. I got a feeling like in the next 10 years they're going to start playing that song. You know, like how all of a sudden everybody's playing Heartbreak Hotel by the Jackson 5?
Yeah.
Sort of like that. Y'all waiting for somebody to either pass or like let 15 years just go by.
hey, you know
There
what?
you go.
Real luck.
And you know that's a barbecue song right there.
Oh my God, isn't it? Yeah.
Are we ever going to recognize the fact that even though Reno and Rue were kind of clearly overpowered because, you know, Sephiroth Trio got plot armor, they put up an admirable fight. Gotta give them that, because Reno was like giving them like, all right, I'm fucking hopped up on 5-hour energy. Let's go.
No. I'm not. Hold on. I'm hopped up on 5-hour energy. I just guzzled this freaking vitamin water glacier. Nigga, let's go.
Nigga, when that dude jumped away from him and he climbed up the building, I was like, damn, this dude really wants him. Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, seeing the characters do shit that we could never see them do in the game because PS1. Just it kind of puts your mind in a state of disbelief.
Hey, peep the headbutt from Rude though. That was dope though. He was like headbutt.
Yeah, it was.
No, Rude's headbutt. That was awesome. That was all.
Yeah.
It was almost. It wasn't quite there yet, but it was almost on gun butting levels.
You know what, Eris? You know what? You kind of said it. What I was going to say in a way that I've noticed some of these fights and the way that it looks very good, but. With all that looking good, because we never got to see it on the PlayStation 1 and all the rest of that mess. The thing that take away with it is the whole problem about the movie. You start to realize this story is really not that strong.
And the movie, do it because at that point,
we established that day one.
But here's the thing:
like minute one, that story isn't going to be good.
Here's where the movie.
Hold on, CJ. Here's how you know that the movie was bad. When Marlena opens up the story by narrating, bad.
Yeah. Just
narration.
And speaking of the whole narration, this is like one of my many gripes of the movie. Now, as everyone knows, my name is Denzel. But if you was to watch this movie, it is not pronounced the way it's supposed to be. They said Denzel. So the first time I heard that, I go, motherfucker, really?
Japan hates your name, Denzel.
No, do not blame this on Japan. Do not blame this on Japan. Do not. Because I watched the original Japanese dub, and they were more closer to saying Denzel's actual name in Japanese than they are in English. How do you fuck that up?
Because I didn't want to spill special.
I'm like, please, don't hurt Denzel. What? I'm like, motherfucker.
No, seriously. When I first heard that in English, I said Denzel, and then I kept hearing. And I thought maybe somebody in the sound booth probably messed that up, and the director forgot to say cut and just let that go. But no, I'm watching it continuously, and they continuing to call on him Denzel, and then I'm sitting here like even 2005 me is sitting here saying, "Yo, what interstellar asshole came up with that idea?"
Denzel. But here's the thing. This is where the movie just says, yeah, you know that plot? Fuck it. We're going to give you Waz, because that's when the Final Fantasy VII crew jumps in and we get Barrett with his transforming arm finally. Because Barrett apparently has an arm, transforms to Ken now.
No. First of all, that wasn't just any transforming hand cannon. That was actually his final weapon.
Yeah, his ultimate weapon.
Like his ultimate weapon from the game.
Yeah. Everybody is basically wielding their ultimate weapon to some degree. And stuff. And
you know what I'm mad? And you know what I'm mad about? Nobody, like outside of Cloud, nobody did their limit break in this movie.
Yeah, I mean it's yeah,
because it's Cloud's story.
Yeah,
I mean real talk. Come on, with Barrett, you had such a missed opportunity that you could have did satellite beam.
Oh yeah.
Now here's the thing. In the Advent Children Complete version, Cloud is the one that actually we see how he enters the city and stuff, and he basically saves Denzel and Tifa from the dogs and stuff with his bike because he's super awesome and he's slicing through buildings.
And he's having flashbacks. He's having flashbacks to.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's having like one of the flashbacks, like for Tifa, he had a flashback of Sephiroth killing Aerith. Yeah, of Sephiroth killing Aerith, and I'm trying to think what was I'm trying to remember the flashback that he had with Denzel. I forget what it was.
Denzel saw the monsters and he flashed back to when Cloud was like wielding his sword to save him and stuff. That's what he was.
When Cloud first showed up to save him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I dubbed this basically. This is video game again. I know we say the whole movie's a cutscene. This is where it's like, all right, I guess this is where Cloud finally starts diving into it, and like I said, the whole fight is essentially the Final Fantasy VII crew basically fighting the monster, Vincent shooting his gun, Yuffie doing ninja stuff, and fucking Sid's fucking airship up in the air, and he dives in with his spear, and they make Sid look like
doing not a damn thing.
Here's the thing: Sid's supposed to be old, right? I couldn't tell because they made it do like he's like young as hell in this fucking movie.
Yeah, like he was in his mid to late 30s.
Yeah.
And once again, Kate Sith not doing a goddamn thing.
Except riding Red 9 and Red 9 doing all the work.
Hey, hey Denzel, did you really want to see 2005 CI freaking dice dropping in on monsters?
Dice roll.
Just really sit back. No, seriously, sit back and just ask yourself that question. Do you really want to see that? Out of all the stupid shit we've seen in this movie, you think that's going to be the cherry on top?
I mean,
they're already going over the top. Why not?
I mean, Denzel defeated a fucking monster with a fucking fire hydrant. I mean, that was a thing.
Yeah, that was a thing, and we won't talk about that.
We won't talk about that. I mean, we will talk about Barrett just shooting at the monster and not realizing what do you bring to the table there, Barrett?
Nothing. This is the movie's way of saying, hey, yo, we got about 25 minutes left in this film, and we haven't shown anybody from the game that's actually interesting yet.
But guys, Vincent came out the fire because he's badass. Yeah,
Vincent, no, really that's what I love.
You gotta love how this movie shits on its own characters in the most. It's unintentional, but it shits on its own characters. Man. It's amazing.
It's like, yo, last I checked, I remember you can't just weaken. Like, again, Barry's just like, oh, I'm like, okay, so he's the angry black guy that just shoots a gun. All right, cool, I guess, fine and stuff. But then, again.
Did you like how Barrett almost gets taken out by a monster and Cloud comes in and saves him?
And then Barrett got the audacity because, we as black people tend to do this shit. Where the hell you been? I'm like, he just saved your ass. What are we talking about
you do know that he was one Colt 45 away from saying, nigga, you late.
Colt 45, don't you mean Swiss Sweets, dog? Come on.
Hey, man, I just had to throw in something.
Yeah, it's close enough. But, again, we didn't talk about this. So, lots of guitar riffs with the music in this movie. Didn't mind it. I thought it was pretty cool. I think it was
Black Mages.
Yeah, the Black Mages. The Black Mages. What's funny? I actually went to a Final Fantasy concert in Silver Spring with them when they were doing that.
Yeah, and don't they always come to MagFest every year?
Depends. They kind of slowed it up a bit. But back then, yeah, I actually went to one of their concerts. Look, they can fucking play.
Oh yeah,
they can fucking play, and like I said, I would give it up to the movie that they actually has good music and stuff you could jam out to and stuff. It's particularly with the crew fighting them and stuff. But then the movie decides, all right, Cloud, let's show him why you're badass, and he just does the most ridiculous shit ever. That's again, he does his own fucking damn thing. He didn't do Omni Snash. He did the what was his first limit break?
What
Cross Slash?
No, Cross Slash, that's the second one. Braver, I think, was the first one.
Yeah, he did Braver. He did Braver against Bahamut, and it knocked Bahamut on his ass.
Wait, let's not forget that as Bahamut was winding up his fireball, of course, and now for all of a sudden, everyone in the cast is like OP and has like his strength 99 plus, is just throwing Cloud up in the air.
Yeah, I love that.
But you forget the fact, but to show that he's Jesus, they're playing the heavenly music as it's playing, like, oh.
Mm-hmm. And then he goes through the fireball, and through the magic of Final Fantasy bullshit, Aerith
he has
is
plot
the
armor,
last
Denzel.
bitch.
He has plot armor, all right?
No, I'm not because of that, but Aerith, through the power of Final Fantasy 7, we still want to keep Aerith in the story, even though she's like worm food and all this shit.
No, she's a Jedi ghost, dog. She's Jedi ghost.
I'm about to say she's a Jedi ghost, dude. You get it right.
She grabs his hand and gives him that extra boost to go through the fireball and kill bootleg Bahamut.
You might as well play the fucking John Cena theme.
Again, this movie proves my point. We are seeing shit that they would not do in the PS1 game.
I mean, you know what had me rolling? They're throwing him up there. I like how Yuffie just magically flips out of nowhere and just boosts him up. I'm like, where the fuck did you come from?
Oh no! Yuffie didn't just magically boost him up. How you want to talk about my favorite bullshit toss? My favorite bullshit toss was Sid. No, Sid.
Oh, with
that wind up of the spear launches him.
Oh yeah, of course, because it's fucking Sid.
I thought you was gonna talk about Red 13.
Now meanwhile,
Red 13. I'm like, all right, Red 13, that was cool. Like stupid,
now,
but cool.
Now, meanwhile, because Rufus wanted to show how much of an asshole he is to fucking Kadaj, he was like, "Hey, dog, I had the remains of Genova the whole fucking time. You're a fucking asshole, and I'm throwing the box over. Peace."
Oh, he pretty much pulled the Vince McMahon like when he
It was me.
he was the third time. It was me.
I was me all up in
It was me all along. all we needed was JR in the background. Oh, son of a bitch.
Yo, and it was funny too, because I was like, you know what? I'm glad, because Kadaj needed that eye opening of don't trust no one, because you knew Rufus had that shit. It's just Kadaj was too like mother to really realize that shit, because anybody else would have picked up on, you got his body, you have it on you, but no, Rufus is
Got her
like
head.
And I like how Rufus pulls out the fucking damn sawed-off shotgun and tries to shoot Kadaj at the same time.
And then he shoots the box, and so now
It's leaking. It's leaking now.
she's leaking.
It's leaking now. It's leaking now. Oh,
And then of course we get like as the box was leaking, we get Kadaj to do the quite overused no effect.
yeah.
But instead of no, he's just screaming.
Shut up.
So now the Sephiroth trio has the box and they dive off, and we get quite possibly again the most ridiculous fucking bike chase ever on the fucking Midgar highway that isn't finished constructed yet.
I mean, you know what? It tells you something that Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds came close to being just as stupid. Actually, I'm sorry.
Look, nigga.
I'm sorry.
Watching
Actually,
that shit, I'm
I
like,
said
you're
that
bike
wrong.
dueling? This is what we're doing now?
I said that wrong. I'm saying that wrong. They surpassed it. They're bike dueling. That is still one of the most retarded things ever.
And yet, it's Yu-Gi-Oh! It's par for the course at this point. At this point, I'm waiting for them to be surfing while dueling at this stage. I mean, you might as well.
I'm pretty sure Homeboy in the original Yu-Gi-Oh series was pretty much surfing while dueling.
I know, hold on. I'm thinking back to the original series when they were Battle City and they got that little subplot. Yeah, they might have. I think they did. But,
Yeah, the one boy that was like strict. That was the freaky fish guy. If you watch the Yu-Gi-Oh abridged,
Yeah.
I'm the freaky fish guy. I'm not a freaky fish guy.
Now, what I like about the chase scene, I'll admit wholeheartedly, and that's what I like about Complete, is that we see the Turks helping out Cloud in their helicopter and stuff, and it was pretty badass. I was like, all right, cool. You know,
Yeah, because in the chopped up version, all you see is just like is the motorcycle scene. You don't see like the Turks in the helicopter shooting them up. All you see is Rude and Reno at the end of the tunnel with their homemade bombs.
I just like how Rude had a fucking big ass fucking missile launcher, and I'm like, so that's what we're doing, huh? All right, cool. I'm fine with this. We're just gonna destroy everything. They destroy a bridge. I'm like, there's families in there, but okay.
They were over there. I mean, they were holding that homemade bomb. So from what I can understand, this bomb is gonna pack quite a punch, isn't it?
No. See, Sue, you skip past the part where fucking Homeboy rolls up into the chopper and shoots the fucking controller off fucking damn Reno's hands.
Yeah.
And Reno's like,
And Reno's still holding on to the goddamn
he's
controller.
like, yeah, we're gonna crash, right? Yeah, we're gonna crash. And then physics says, fuck you, because the bike magically just lands. I'm like, so no car crash? Okay. Cool.
Nobody dies. Hooray.
No way, you're doing it wrong. Wait, I can see their parachutes. They're okay.
I like to think Reno and them, they just parkoured themselves out the helicopter like, we're good, we're golden, you know. But to even again,
They just hopped out, tuck and roll,
and yelled parkour. No, but see, here's the thing. In a scene that's already ridiculous, we get to the tunnel scene, and this is where I was just like, I can't call bullshit, but this is just ridiculous. It really is just ridiculous at this point. Yo, this dude literally, his bike apparently just has autopilot, and he just dumps on. They're both him and fucking was it Laz and what's his face? They're fighting Cloud, and it's like okay, and then Cloud just starts pulling out fucking sword jutsu and shit, and then slices up the fucking gun, and then they get back on the thing. They get out there, and that's where, like Sue says, Reno and Rue got there. Basically, they're about to become fucking bombers and shit, you know, suicide bombers, and they blow themselves up.
Well, technically, no, they didn't blow themselves up.
No, they didn't blow themselves up. They strapped
left
the bombs together, and then they left it.
See, the movie never implied that.
Yeah, they left it there.
Yeah, they put the bombs together, set the timer, and then they dipped.
wow, okay. See, I wish the movie did a better job of explaining that, but for me to expect that to happen is probably a pipe dream. So whatever, you know.
Again,
And then once you got rid of
again, you're asking for a movie that's.
I mean,
again,
Lance got blown up by his own bike and somehow survived. I'm like, really?
Again, CJ, you're asking for a movie that reached. Like you're asking for a movie that reached Blood Vengeance level before Blood Vengeance to make sense.
Dude, Harada literally said, "Hold my beer, Tetsuo," and somehow crafted a movie that's just as ridiculous. I mean, I didn't think that was possible, but you know what is possible though? Seeing fucking.
I give him credit.
I mean, you know what is ridiculous? Seeing the fucking damn ghost spirit of Eris help fucking damn Cloud fight fucking damn Kadaj with the fucking the basically she gave him cure all and healed his fucking geostigma.
Oh yeah, from in the
because that happened.
Okay,
because,
I did
because that's a fucking rule. What happened? What did I miss?
First of all, let's jump back to when he took out Bahamut Sin, right?
Yeah.
That whole thing of him, like of her reaching out to grab him, he was already cured of his geostigma from that. Second of all, when she did that, that was a callback to the end of the game.
Oh yeah.
When he sees the holy light and he sees a hand reach out to him, and that's supposed to be, it was implied that was her, but it turned out that he was again hallucinating, and it was actually Tifa reaching out to him like, "Nigga, get up here, man! Like the ground is gonna fall from under you if you don't climb up here."
I'm just rolling at the fact they get to the church. Kadaj has this whole speech about destroying the flowers. Eris just rises, her spirit rises from the grave, rains down fucking damn cure all on Cloud. He's officially cured, as we can see. His fucking scars are gone. And now all of a sudden he has renewed faith now. I'm like, really, movie? That's where we're at, huh?
You got done with all that dilly-dally, shilly-shally.
Shut up, Denzel. Shut up.
No, Denzel, you stop right there. I will end this podcast if you ever utter that again.
Turn this car around, all right?
We will not speak of that horribly written piece of dialogue.
What'd you say? If I say it again, my ass is in the jackpot.
Yes, it will be definitely in the jackpot. And you know what?
Tiger will most definitely be let out of the cage.
I mean,
that was the dumbest thing.
Really? That's what we're going with? You couldn't go with, hey, we'll be in your heart, Cloud. No, dilly-dally, shilly-shally. Like, really?
Shut up, CJ!
God, man. Like,
no, dilly-dally, shilly.
Shut up, D!
Dilly, like you know what?
That's why I hated this whole like.
La-di-da-di-da.
No. I can get behind la-di-da-di-da, slob on me knob. No, not this. No,
No, but that's what I said. That's why I hate it. Whenever I heard the beer commercial that was coming out during the football season this year, talk about dilly dilly, I'm like, no, because every time I heard that, I went back to
you know what? Here's the thing. You know what? See, I shouldn't be mad because Kazushige Shige Nojima is the one that wrote this movie, and this is the guy that wrote Final Fantasy X, aka the fucking Titus laugh.
Yeah,
oh god.
I should have expected that. I really should. I really should have expected that. Yeah.
Moving on.
Can we just not? Can we really just?
We won't. Because that thing.
I mean, can we really just talk about how like
Yuffie just? Come on, guys. Let's move on. Dilly dally, shilly shally. Come on, let's go.
Can we just talk about how like Sid just rolls up there in the fucking airship and Yuffie's like, I got materia, Cloud. I'm like, that does nothing for him.
How the hell you gonna give him the materia? Y'all in the airship and he fighting fucking Kadaj. What you gonna do? Just let it rain?
Which we didn't. Which we didn't remark upon the fact that Kadaj literally put materia in his arm.
Yeah, that's pretty much how.
I'm glad.
That's pretty much how the materia. That's pretty much how the materia is done in this, like in the world of Final Fantasy VII.
It looks weird. That's all I'm saying.
Like it materializes and it's in your body and your weapons and your armor.
Yeah.
Wait. How can it seep through your body to your armor? That doesn't make.
What is that black goo?
Yeah, it's Prometheus.
I should have said that in the Forbidden Forest when I saw Kadaj roll into the water. Where does that black go?
You should have said this the second you press play. The second I saw Japanese on the screen, I was like, oh god, it's gonna be one of these. That's the whole.
hey, I tell you what was one of these is when fucking Kadaj, after his little quick sword fight with fucking Cloud, he inputs the shit into his body because plot.
My reunion.
No, that was my reunion. Bet you're dying to see it.
And then somehow materializes a fucking sword.
No, just the fanboys are dying to see it.
Now, don't get me wrong. When Sephiroth comes in, I gotta admit, when you hear that fucking theme, I was like, okay, shit's on. Let's go. And
Oh, no, you want to talk about hearing awesome themes. How about when Reno and Rude, like when they left the bomb behind, well, before they left the bomb behind, they were talking about how powerful it is. You actually hear the Turks theme song.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, all of it was very remixed themes of their songs, which I gotta admit, that's the reason why I ended up getting the soundtrack for the movie, because the soundtrack was actually pretty, again, it's the Black Mage doing the soundtrack and stuff, along with
Actually,
the
no,
orchestra.
the music it was actually Uematsu. He did the music.
Oh, it was
for the
Uematsu?
movie.
Oh, okay. My bad.
He did the music for the movie, but they had their songs.
Yeah, but the Sephiroth fight is basically the only reason why you come to watch this movie. And again, it's Sephiroth's theme remixed with the Black Mage, and it's fucking badass and awesome. The fight itself is what you expected. Sephiroth trolling the fuck out of Cloud the whole damn fight, which I was laughing.
You know what made me laugh? The fact that he stabbed Cloud through his foot, and I told myself, I seen people fall off buildings, get hit by rocks, no blood, but that got blood. That kind of just like hurt me for like a second. I don't know why.
But apparently Sephiroth, when he's fighting Cloud, he summons the darkness, and everything is dark in a movie that's already dark and saturated anyway. So, okay, fine.
Again, Christopher, again, crawling and wake me up inside.
But again,
wake me up inside.
But this is why I like the fight, because again, Sephiroth is all like, "Hey, I killed Aerith. You like that, didn't you? You still sad about that shit, huh? Yeah, be sad.
Tell me more. Tell me who else you cherish more, so that way I can take them from you too.
Cry more, bitch.
And then after he said that,
right there in the cup. Don't move your face.
And then after he said that, Cloud went into another one of his hallucinations, and he has Zack behind him talking about, so is this it? Is it really? I told you to live on to the legacy, and this is what you're gonna do, bro.
I like how
you gotta love those moments. Just when you think Cloud is about to get taken down, he always gets these afterlife pep talks.
No, but you love how during the fight though, right?
Cloud, like you see, like are you there? Cloud. What I told you about this fuck shit, Cloud.
Hey, I will admit though, the part that had me that really, like, again, I'm already hyped for the fight, right? Is like when Cloud finally stabbed fucking building that slash and the fucking guitar riff kicks in. I was like, okay, yeah, shit's on.
Somebody was proud of that.
You mean when
was proud of that scene?
Oh, you mean when Cloud?
Yeah, that shit.
Hey, CJ, you mean when Cloud did Clem Hazard?
Yeah. Yeah, but again, it's like, Sephiroth the whole time is just like, yeah, cry more, dog. I killed your girl. I'm gonna kill everybody. What are you gonna do about it? But so eventually, Cloud.
I done killed your girl. I done killed your family. I took a shit in your toilet. Didn't flush.
Went in the fridge, ate your food,
slap your mama, drop kicked your cousin.
Oh man! But again, that's
like hold on. I did all.
Sorry, did your fish tank,
and then put on some dirty shoes, and then went to the couch and just said, "Fuck your couch, nigga."
I did all of that.
I farted on your baby's head.
Hold on, AD. Hold up. Like, I did all of that, and hell, it's not even breakfast.
Not even breakfast, my nigga.
The toast didn't even pop up.
But I like when Cloud tried to go for his Omni Slash.
This is every day, nigga.
I like how when Cloud tried to go for his ultimate move the first time, fucking Sephiroth shut that shit down. Like Negan was like, "No, bitch."
He pulled the Dikembe Mutombo. Not today.
Again, is this nigga like
No, bitch.
I'm actually mad at Denzel telling me this dude just went full Dikembe on us.
Not
Yo,
today.
let's be real about this. Yo, let's be real about this. Sephiroth was like, "Oh, you really thought you would get the happy ending today, did you? You really thought that was gonna happen today, right?"
Like, it's 100%.
Like, stabby,
Man,
stabby, nigga. Stabby.
Like, I like how Cloud got shivved from a distance.
Oh,
Don't get
yeah.
me wrong. The idea of one wing making Sephiroth fly, I was calling bullshit in the movie that I already called bullshit on anyway. But the idea that they somehow made one wing a thing, I'm like, just give him fucking 2 goddamn wings. Shit.
No, Chris, again, crawling in my skin.
Oh
Boy,
my
you know
god,
that-
they
look,
wore that
Eric,
one wing
hey,
shit
Chris.
to fucking the wheels fell off.
Hey, Chris, when I saw that, I was like, there's some girl named Felicity that has that on her wall, and she just claims.
Doom, 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 doom. Hey, I ain't gonna lie though, there was so much fucking anime music videos from this movie. There was some Linkin Park ones too.
Of course there was. There's a
course
Linkin
there
Park.
was.
There's a Linkin Park one in every video.
And crawling
bruh.
was one of them. So
Is
yeah,
it anime? Hey, Chris, is it anime? Yeah. Well, Linkin Park anime video was already made out of it. Deal with it.
yeah. I'm surprised Linkin Park didn't come after people for fucking copyright for that shit. Oh, that's right. It was 2005 when YouTube didn't give a shit. It was the Wild Wild West.
It was 2005.
Exactly.
Hold on. It was 2005. It was the Wild Wild West, and at the same time, why would Linkin Park want to piss off anime fans?
Yeah.
They do know that that 90% of their
90%
sales,
that's 99% of their sales.
that 99% of their sales came from anime fans.
And 1% is the guys that think they're too fucking edgy for it, but they still listen to it anyway. So there's that.
But since but we did go through there was a reason why. In fact, this director's cut, this is the reason why the director's cut exists. The director's cut exists because of this ending fight scene. We all know how the ending fight between Sephiroth and Cloud goes the
Originally.
first time around.
Very anticlimactic a little bit.
In the original one, it was hella anticlimactic.
Oh, yeah.
This one, it was
It's
like
like-
I said, he
no,
pulled the
like
Mutombo
in
on
the-
his ass.
Now hold on. In the last one, Sephiroth, first of all, Cloud only got stabbed once in the shoulder. My man pulled out that sword, said, "You know what? I'm gonna put that over here real quick. I'm gonna activate the glow like my name is Bruce Leroy, and I'm gonna come at you with after images, cut you while you're up in the air, and watch as you drop down to the ground. In fact, you don't even drop. You sprout out that freaking wing at the end and say that
I'll never be a memory.
I will never be a memory. You close yourself, and then the moment you disappeared, that's when everybody done walked out the theater.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, and that's the
fact-
thing. This was
In fact, there is an app. There's an app called Run P. You use this app when you're in a movie theater. Say you go to see a movie, and you know for a fact this movie is gonna be like damn near 3 hours long, but you are holding it like hell to in case you're gonna miss something. Run this app. It will tell you what movie you're watching and when you should go take a pee break.
That is awesome.
I will say this though. Here's the thing.
That is
So,
awesome. That sounds efficient as hell.
It
is.
It's amazing
It is.
that we get Omni-Slash version 2.0, and that's enough to knock Sephiroth into Kadaj, and Kadaj is given his 2 days to retirement speech and disappears.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, Chris. Did you expect there to be more?
No. I'm not
But
expecting it. I'm laughing at the fact that that's what it was. It was like Kadaj, like 2 days to retirement. My boat.
And all of a sudden he hears Aerith and thinks that's Mother. Kadash, it's all right. Come on up, Mother.
Mom.
And then, of course, the
Kadaj
other
went to
two-
hell?
We see my man Kadaj fade away in the same, using that same freaking, using that same 3D Studio Max that was used when Dinobot died.
Dude,
Make-
here's the thing that kills me about that, though. I hate how anime makes these villains look like we should feel bad for them, And when I say that, I was like, no, he killed children. Can we go?
No,
He
hold
touched
on, wait.
kids.
Wait, D. No, he didn't kill children. He murdered younglings.
Yes.
And made them drink black Jesus juice. All right, come on. Man.
I'm sorry. That's
I am done with y'all.
Look, hey,
Done with this
Chris.
podcast.
Hey, Chris. Why did that just? You said that. All I heard was "cum." That's all I heard. I was like, ew. Why would you do that?
Just saying. And then meanwhile, fucking Yazoo and Laz decided, you know what? That suicide bomb thing is a good idea. Let's go.
Let's go.
Not even suicide bomb. First of all, they showed up. One of them with the aim of Hawkeye.
Oh, Laz
fired
fucking shot
gun.
that motherfucker in his heart, I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, he shot Cloud. I'm like, yo, I know you was at a little bit of a distance. Come on. The head is right there.
But yet, bullets don't phase Cloud because plot armor.
No, not just plot armor. Hey, I got my second wind plot armor, and I'm gonna come at them. Like, I'm gonna come at them, and they gonna catch this work of the sword.
Yeah.
And of course, Big Flash. We don't see what happens to them. We can pretty much write them off as dead. And yeah.
And then this. So apparently, one of the kids, is probably hitting, like, touching Cloud's head, but he's hallucinating that it's mother or whatever, and he goes, and his air goes again. Why are people calling me that? And Zach is like, guess because people like you.
Apparently, Eris had everybody in Midgard on voice on fucking speaper and called everybody from Midgard to come to the pool.
Well, actually,
I mean, that was quick.
Well, first of all, it's not just all of Midgard. The planet they're on is actually planet Gaia.
First off,
I'm
I'm
going
to need you to stop invoking a even more shittier movie than this with Spirit.
I'm not. No, I'm not making it up. That's really the planet that they're on.
This movie didn't say Gaia, and I'm just having flashbacks of Final Fantasy, the fucking Spirit Within, and I don't care to remember that movie.
I know you don't care. Look, I don't care to remember that movie either, but I'm just telling you.
Other than the Michael Jackson
legit.
Thriller fucking back thing that you showed us multiple times, which I laugh. I don't care to remember Spirit Within. I don't care to remember that movie.
No, I'm dead serious. That planet, that is the planet. The planet's name is actually Gaia. Midgar is just a city.
I
I'm just saying, when did Cloud turn into fucking Pope John Paul? Why is he fucking giving Denzel the fucking water over the head?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, you son, you are now Jesus Christ. It's like, come on, like, what are we doing here?
I always need this.
Now look, everybody. Now look, everybody. Check this out. So this girl that I tried to bang on the side, apparently after she died, she materialized in this water because I let her body float to the bottom of this. Since this water does come from the Temple of the Ancients, I know it's all very long-winded and very stupid. You know, let's just be honest. But apparently, if we drink this, we'll be cured of the geostigma. Denzel, will you do the honors, sir? Drink this water.
I like how this was all an allegory for Cloud to finally let go of the fact that he don't beat yourself up over her dying. And I like how again the idea of like he's watching this happen and stuff. It's like watching the fucking unedited. It's like watching a deleted scene from Ghost and shit, where it's like all of a sudden Zach is just sitting back like, all right, you done, Cloud? All right, I'm about to go up to heaven and banker. Let's go. You know,
I know, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what I figured. What I thought when Cloud sees Eris and Zach at the doorway, and they leave. And all I saw was Zach talk about, all right, bruh, she's mine now. I got her back.
the amount.
We're gonna ghost bang. We're gonna ghost bang.
Hey, yo, Cloud, do me a favor. Now that this is all over, you can go back to holding your own original personality.
Which is apparently he's like the renegade because in the credits he's just driving around Gaia, trying to solve problems like King from Kung Fu: The Legend Continues. Apparently,
You're right.
I don't know.
Hold on, you're right. That and and one other thing. We see him riding. Hold on. Not just the post-credit scene. We see him riding around in them 2005 damn goggles.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, this is
Looking like-
2005.
looking like-
Hold on, this is 2005. Everybody was still rocking goggles for some stupid reason.
Hey, don't say
Looking
that
like-
because we all
Don't
were
say
in
that.
that mode where we
Those
wanted
are rave
goggles.
goggles. Only guys and girls that went to raves had those goggles, man. Ain't no way in the world you gonna catch me on the LL Cool J Who Do You Love ass looking ass shit. Ain't gonna happen to me.
Yeah. And
DM,
also Baird had
or DMX and Ja Rule in the grand finale video.
Oh, God.
and also Baird had goggles and he was awesome, so there you go.
If you say so.
I'm just saying that.
You say that shit like I
2005.
agree. You
Look,
say shit
2005.
like I agree, nigga. I don't know about that.
I don't know, but yeah, that's Avon Children, folks. And I'm just saying.
And then of course the post credit scene where Zach's sword was, now there's just a bunch of flowers, and you hear Denzel in the background talk about, was this someone's grave? Cloud goes, no, this was the place of a hero's birth.
Oh my god!
And
How
then they
is it
show,
that-
then they
how
show
is it-
Zach's Buster Sword inside the church, above Eris's juice.
Oh my god, yo,
No.
Cloud, you saved the day. Stop dick riding your homie, man.
Yeah.
He's gone.
So let me get this right. So you're telling me. So you're telling me that.
And not only that, but the sword, which in the entire movie was rusted beyond belief.
Yes.
All of a sudden, they bust out the WD-40 and some Rust Be Gone, and that motherfucker looking brand spanking new.
Well, Denzel, that's what the power of Rustodium. Rustodium restores and cleans and prevents rust.
it's materia.
Rustodium.
Materia.
Hey, Albert Einstein, you got anything to say about this? Bullshit! Thank you.
No. First of all, that wasn't just only rust only. We did see at one point the sword was broken. That wasn't just rust holding it together. That was just 1,000-year-old flex tape.
Yeah. That duct
hope.
tape. Ain't nothing but some duct tape.
Tape and hope.
The solution to that was flex tape.
Wham!
Yeah.
Hi, Willie Mays here. Here with some flex tape.
Nah, you gotta get the Shan Wow guy because he knows how to sell some shit while high on
Okay,
coke.
look at this. See this shit? You see this shit? Wham!
While high on coke, he'll sell the shit out of something
You know what?
easily.
Like I said, I'll say it again, dude. Your man's is gone. You can have. Why? Why are we still here, man? You know what he's doing right now? Missionary in heaven, because missionary is all you allowed to do. But look, the point is, you can now let go, man. Your homie's gone.
Yeah.
Like, be your own
The sloppy
person.
seconds that you picked up is gone.
I mean, when the Jedi ghost of Zach is telling you, hey, form your own identity, I'm just saying, clearly,
I'm sorry.
there's something here.
I'm sorry, Chris. What did you say? Did you say Zach from Power Rangers need to find his own hairline? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. What did you say?
I said the ghost of Zach's hairline needs to find his own identity. That's what I said.
And then when I think you're gonna dodge the joke, you go full tilt and go right into the wall.
I think we discussed this in Green Movie. We are never getting invited to Power Morphicon. Just FYI on that shit.
well, yo, man, I was like, why? Like, just so I can face Walter Jones, so he can like, yeah, you think I like all that shit? Y'all talking shit about me, and I like, yo, Walter, real talk, dude. You're like 5'5". I'm not scared of you, dog. Stop.
But ultimately, it's like, look, Zach, we're busting balls here. You're awesome. You're cool, but
You're cool. Your hairline said, "Fuck everybody. I'm gonna be here no matter what." That
You know what's
takes-
ironic?
Or
You know
how
what's
about
ironic?
this? How about this? Your hairline and your hand have something in common. They're both missing something.
Ooh, I didn't
Thank
say
you.
it.
Good night.
Denzel did.
Oh,
Good night.
Good night,
Denzel.
everybody.
If you want to know, I didn't
That's
do
Final
that.
Fantasy. Look, that's Final Fantasy Advent Children, everybody. We are done with this podcast. God damn it, Denzel. I am sick of your shit.
Wow.
See, I wasn't even going on the dude's finger because, you know, accidents happen in life, but goddamn.
Accidents happen. But you know what ain't an accident? That hairline. He let somebody do that to him. I'm
just amazed. The one time his hairline was on point is when he got fucking braids in his hair.
Oh my gosh, man. How is it that Walter Jones? How is it that we're talking about Final Fantasy and somehow, some way, I let that creepy ass hairline just find a way to get in here, even though it didn't find a way to be straight.
Circling back to it.
I can't help but to circle back to it. That's the shape it makes every time I try to line it out. It just makes a complete circle.
And that's Advent Children, folks.
Because there's nothing else. So here's the best part. Because there's nothing else to talk about in this movie. That is it. The movie just, here's the funny thing. I said, like, it's bad.
If you like your fan service, that's the movie.
It is so bad when you have a talented cast and you have to say this really, really bad. So, what's the combination? It's the combination, like I said, that the characters kind of get stiff at times. And then it's also the fact that the dialogue is bad and it comes off very, very cutscene, video game-ish anyway. So everything bad that could have been said about this movie has been said to an extent. It's still kind of fun in areas. But here's the only one thing I will say. This movie, and I mean it, exposed how weak the story really is. Oh yeah. And I'm not trying to like rehash it like y'all guys know. Yeah, a lot of people didn't know, but unlike, say what you will about Metal Gear being a freaking movie, it's coherent. Say what you will about Uncharted doing that same crap. It's still good. It's a good plot and all that. Final Fantasy is so JRPG. It is so JRPG.
I mean, when Final Fantasy 12 when Final Fantasy 12 as a game is more coherent than Advent Children, there's problems.
Here's the funny thing about that. I often say, and y'all guys know it, that Final Fantasy X was the worst one when it came to plot. This came close.
I mean, Final Fantasy X was like on the nose with the whole if you defeat sin, God will forgive. And I'm like, you really are just hitting on the nose with the sin shit, aren't we?
You know what? I hope Sin and his dad. Jet is Sin.
Jet to Sin, guys. Yeah, okay, cool.
M. Night Shyamalan twist.
No. Hey, see, the M. Night twist was when you found out Titus was Ghost the whole time. Oh shit! I forgot. I spoiled the shit out of a fucking 10-plus-year-old game.
Yo, that's funny.
Yeah, that was actually that was probably the biggest twist.
I ain't gonna lie, that was kind of a shocking twist.
That you found out that he was a ghost the entire time, right along with Orin being a ghost, and then you said
Orin being a ghost was bigger than Titus being a ghost for me.
Yeah. Yeah, both. Well, finding out they were both ghosts, and then you sit back and watch as all your Aeons that you fought tooth and nail to get. You sit back and watch all of them die.
And then 10-2 said, "Hey, let's bring Titus back as a real person.
What can I do for you? I'll be honest with you. That game is bad, but it's kind of fun to play.
It's so funny.
Can I be real about this? I remember the commercials for Final Fantasy X-2, like literally showing that beginning and stuff to really hype you into it. Funny thing is too, I remember commercials for Advent Children when the DVD came out.
You know what? Don't beat it out. 13 when he played when he showed lightning and pieces come together. I was like, yeah, that's right. Shit some J-pop. It gets me hard. Yeah. Final Fantasy.
What was the name of that singer that they got for 13?
I don't know.
Fuck. Basically, she was not. She's alright. It was just kind of one of those things where it's like, they got somebody that can sing, but it's like, do I really care?
You know what? Final Fantasy, it really gets me about Final Fantasy is that it is its own type of it can go by its own rules and still be all right. Like this movie, even though there's a lot of meh with it, it's all right if you put it in the sense of what Final Fantasy has produced as a whole. Yeah, they produced the anime, but nobody really talks about Final Fantasy Unlimited like that. And yeah, they got video games, but everybody, that's all everybody talks about. So you was only going to get so much out of this movie anyway, man. Yeah. So I'm glad. So even though I do clown Denzel for watching this really turd of a movie, at least there's something to look at.
Yeah, I mean, because it's like I always sit there because I remember somebody asking me, "Is having children any good?" And it was somebody that never really played Final Fantasy. I'm like, to be quite honest with you, the movie is alright, but well, I'm not gonna say alright. I think I said at the time it was alright, but you're only really watching it for the final fight. Honestly, that's really what it is. It's just the build up for that finale fight. Essentially, that's all it really is. Because once you get to Cloud and Sephiroth, that's really what you're there for. You don't give a fuck about anything else. Yeah. I mean, you can say the Bahamut fight to an extent.
The Bahamut fight is so. The Bahamut fight, like a lot of fights in this movie, are overrated. You know what I mean? I think that's what it is. Sephiroth and Cloud is the only one I let go because I wouldn't say it lived up to its hype, but it didn't fail enough for me to say it was like meh.
Yeah. So
like I said in the beginning, like I know that the movie is bad, but it's one of my guilty pleasures. It's one of those movies that you know is bad, but you enjoy it because it's that bad. Because you can't help but laugh at some of the parts. So it's one of my favorite guilty pleasure movies.
Yeah. So with that in mind, folks, that's Having Children. I want to thank Denzel for jumping in on this bad boy.
No problem.
It's fun. It's exciting.
Definitely had to bring you on. So next week we are going to leave the world of fantasy and go into the world of boxing.
Which is awesome.
Hajime no Ippo, Champions Road? Or Champion Road, yeah. I knew it was some type of like slight Japanese way of saying that. Yeah. Whatever. Anyway, we're going to talk about that beast ass movie next, y'all. See y'all next week.
Peace.
Perfect.